What's up, everyone? Welcome to RKM Strength Week 3. We've got an upper body push-pull for you. Remember our template. We've got our joint prep first, jumping into some max effort. We've got a vertical press with a horizontal pull today. Please come standing and grab that kettlebell. So I want the kettlebell behind you like this. It's gonna anchor our scapula down into some scap depression, soften the knees, just 2 neck cars here against some load. So go slow, fight for control. Slowly bring your chin to your chest. Want you to rotate, turn your chin left. See if you can see past your left shoulder. Drop your ear down, extend slowly. Scaps are glued. Looking right, dropping right, slowly bringing yourself down and in. Continue, go left, rotate. Can you see past the shoulder? Drop that ear, extend, take your time, looking right, dropping right, rounding through. Take a moment, straighten back up, and I want you to reset. Get a breath in and out. Nice and slow, flex down. This time, turn right, see past the right shoulder, then drop your ear behind the shoulder, chin to the sky, up and left, down and left, round through. Take your time. One more time, looking right, dropping that ear back, extend to the sky, looking left, drop the ear, turn and round through. So next up, kettlebell is gonna come out of the way, staying standing for some T-spine cars. T-spine cars here. Walk your feet out nice and wide. I want you to use that. Radiate out your legs. Really push your feet through the floor. Pelvis should be stuck in place. Go ahead, big self hug. Just 2 reps each direction. Nice and slow, match our tempo. You're gonna round down upper back, mid back, lower back. Slowly rotate. Turn your lower back, your mid back, your upper back left. Dip your left shoulder behind you. Extend low back, mid back, upper back. Now turn right. Think about segmental rotation. Drop your right shoulder, round that upper back, mid back, lower back, all the way through to the middle. Now we gotta reverse, straighten back up, take a second. Tension in those legs, breath in and out. Flex down, upper back, mid back, lower back. Rotate, turn right, lower back first. Drop your shoulder behind you. Keep lifting now, extend. Low back to upper back, rotating left, turn your chest. Drop your shoulder, make sure you're leading with the sternum, not with your hips, rounding through. Continue one more time. Turn, low back, mid back, upper back, drop your shoulder behind you, lift, extending low to high. From extension, rotate, lower back leads, drop your shoulder back, round through slowly. So we finished through our T-spine cars and we're all done standing. Next, I want to introduce you to a great way to start loading our scapula as a warm-up for some vertical pressing. It really works on training upward rotation. What we're going to do is come down to a pike position. Don't worry if you're not familiar. Start out on quadruped, all fours. So here in quadruped, watch us first. We'll talk you through this. A pike position is this. We lift the hips up high, drive back. We want that head in between the ears, challenging shoulder flexion here, a lot of spine control as well. What we're gonna train, scapula specific. The drill starts in retraction. So again, watch this first. We pinch the shoulder blades and now sink into depression. We try and pull down to the hips. From there, this is the challenge. We wanna, from depression, push, start elevating and then find some protraction. So you're pushing up and almost forward and then retract back, sink into depression. So watch that one more time. We protract and elevate, pushing up and forward. Load all that scapular tissue and then pull back. So now we're gonna jump in together, find your pike. If your hips can't be up as high, that's okay. You can soften your knees if you need to. Make sure the eyes are right on the thumbs here. Now, find that retraction and depression. You're squeezing back and down to your hips. We're gonna get 5 reps. I want you to start pushing. Elevate and protract. Hold that. Now pull, retract, depress. That's 1, just 5. Pushing up and forward. Create that shelf as the scapula. Protract and elevate. Feel that. Pull down into those hips. Continue right into rep 3. Exhale, push through those hands. Get those shoulder blades up and pulling down. Remember, you want to protract to the top, so it is a little bit forward. Let those scapula really scoop. That's upward rotation. Pulling back, retract and depress. One more time, push. Elevate, shrug to those ears, pushing forward, and squeeze down to those hips. So come down to your knees for a moment. Love that drill. It's so challenging there to really load yourself pushing through the scapula. So much carryover again into our vertical pressing. Now, what shoulder prerequisites do we need to warm up in that position? Think about it. Shoulder overhead, that's shoulder flexion. And now also, we gotta work on external rotation. You might not have noticed, but as you go ahead and push, it's really common to let the humerus internally rotate, to kind of turn in like this. We don't want that. We have to maintain external rotation. Our next two drills, we're gonna stay in quadruped. You need the dowel, two challenging option passive range holds. First up, external rotation. Second up, shoulder flexion. So our first drill, external rotation passive range holds. Take a second, we're gonna demo this. I want you to find this position though. We're in quadruped, elbow in line with shoulder, hand in line with elbow. Notice you're gonna wanna turn your chest to fake this. Keep your sternum towards the floor. No thoracic rotation is okay. Again, watch us first. What Danny's gonna do, I'm just gonna give her some balance. She's gonna kind of hover her hand up, finding her active shoulder external rotation, right about there. Grab on Danny. She has a lot, so if you can't get this high, that's okay. But we need to find kind of the end of our passive shoulder ER. This isn't exactly it. You could even tiptoe higher if you want, but don't go too high and maybe fake with the wrist or twist your elbow. In this position, shoulder blades gotta be low. You're not a scapular drill right now. Scapula is still. Passive range hold, again, we're gonna demo one, then we got 5 together. All you're doing, irradiating tension, thinking about the posterior shoulder, you're slowly gonna open the fingertips enough that you don't drop the dowel, hold, and then close the hand, grab back on, rest. Holding on, it's mostly passive. Once you let go, mostly active. A passive range hold, training our end range shoulder ER strength. So bring that hand up, kind of hover up as high as you can. You can find that position. Take a second, make sure elbows in line with shoulder, scapula's glued low. Big breath in, irradiate that posterior shoulder. 3, 2, 1, open your hand, hold that, close back on. Now, take a second, soften into it, reset. Get a breath, find your position, take a second here, reset. Now, irradiate, posterior shoulder, start opening that hand, hold that, 3, 2, 1, grab back on. You should really feel the back of the shoulder, it's tougher than it looks. Take a second, chest squared, scapula engaged. 3, 2, open that hand, rep 3, hold that, close the hand, set down, take a second. 2 more reps. Breath in and out, higher tension, start to open that hand, hold, actively maintaining ER, and relax back on. 1 more rep, no change in that chest position, keep your elbow glued, imagine it was resting on a shelf. 3, 2, open that hand, hold that last rep, and grab back on. If you ain't shaking, you're faking. You should see yourself working here. If the dowel drops, you know you cheated. So next, we've got shoulder flexion. It's kind of in the same position. So what we're gonna do, as Danny just showed, you're gonna sit back on your heels. The other hand's gonna post in front. The dowel's now gonna be up in flexion. If this is uncomfortable in the knees, please just prop yourself up. So basically the same exact drill, but now into shoulder flexion. Passively holding on, what Danny's gonna do, slowly just kind of hover her hand up a bit higher, find a slightly higher position of shoulder flexion, right about there. Notice it's not as much as you think. In this position, try and keep the rib cage down, don't turn your chest. You're not trying to max out your passive position, you're trying to disassociate your shoulder from your spine here. So notice, dowel's a little bit towards us, really wedge yourself in, get a breath in and out. We're gonna demo this one, then jump in together. It's the same idea. 3, 2, 1, open those fingertips, hold, grab back on. Make sure you maintain your external rotation. Your humerus is gonna wanna jump in. Don't let that happen. Now, 5 reps together, scapula's low, high tension, breath in, breath out, irradiate, slowly open that hand, hold that, 3, 2, 1, grab back on. Should really feel that shoulder working. Rep 2, get your breath, get your tension, slowly open those fingertips, hold, 3, 2, 1, grab back on. Check in, where's your spine? Is that shoulder low? Is that humerus jumping around at all? Rep 3, open that hand, hold that, 3, 2, 1, grab back on, breath in, breath out. Rep 4, slowly open, hold that, 3, 2, 1. We got 1 more, make it the best yet. Really turn yourself, get that scapula away from your ear, really find that external rotation. 3, 2, 1, and hold, grab back on. So right shoulder prep now in ER and flexion. Got to get the same too for the left. Let's flip sides. So here we are, quadruped position. Now we've got that left elbow up and out, same idea. This time we're not demoing, please follow along with us. You're just gonna hover that hand up. Find kind of your end range of active. We don't need to crank too far into the passive for this passive range hold, keep it strict. Find your setup. Chest is squared towards the floor, scapula's not jumping. As you irradiate, really emphasize posterior shoulder, slowly start letting go, hold that. 3, 2, 1. Grab back on. If you can't do it, just slide the hand down a little. It's okay. Stay in a range you've got control over. Breath in, breath out, higher tension. Open that hand, hold. 3, 2, 1, strap back on. Really want you to feel that check in. Make sure elbow stays in line just like this. Scapula low. 3, 2, 1, open that hand, hold, hold, hold. Grab back on. Just 2 more reps. Breath in, check in with bottom hand. Make sure your chest is squared. 3, 2, 1, open, hold that. Hold that, grab back on. Last one, check in. Where's your elbow? Where's your T-spine? Hold that. 3, 2, 1. Close the hand. Take a second. Should be really tough. Now, sit back on those heels if you can. If you need to, add the pillow. Down comes overhead. Take a second. You got to find the setup here. Now, if there's any pinch near the neck, feel free to kick it a little bit wider. You can think of it almost as a zone 2 of shoulder flexion out here, or a zone 1 if you're too tight in. See what feels good. Find some external rotation in the shoulder, Danny. Scapula stays low, chest is squared. Now, same idea, you can hover that hand up a little higher. Find your active end range. We don't need to be too far into our passive for this drill. Keep it strict. Breath in and out. Where's the ribs? Use the breath to help with that. Irradiate, jumping in, 5 reps. Let go and hold slightly. 3, 2, 1. Grab back on. Breath in, breath out. Higher tension. Start letting go. Rep 2. Hold that. 3, 2, 1. Check in. Keep that shoulder low. Maintain your external rotation. Be strict. Rep 3, let go. Hold that. 3, 2, 1. Grab back on. Every rep, even more control. Where's the rib cage? Use your breathing. Last 2. Open that hand. Hold that, hold that, hold that. Close that hand. 1 more rep. Challenge yourself. 3, 2. Hold that hand up. Hold that hand up. Grab back on. Get a breath. So shoulders are warmed up.